This video is about how to find your soulmate, or AKA find somebody that you could be in a relationship with. All right, look, before I even start, I'm gonna show you. Number one, I'm already married. I'm married. All right, I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for years with the same person, and it's successful. Okay, and so the information I'm giving to you is you can take it with a grain of salt. They could be for you, but just know that through my experience of what I'm giving you is something that could be helpful, and it's a healthy relationship with the person I'm with. Okay, so let's get straight to it. All right, when it comes to a man, and I'm talking about specifically man to man, and also I have some for the women who are checking out this video, is men, we have to be valuable, and it's not about what money. It's not about what money. That helps, right? It helps, but you might not be on your journey from there. In fact, you might meet someone along your journey to where you get into your successful career. But when I mean about being valuable, it's where are you? Can you add something to her spirit? Can you add something into her life that's more about just providing money and shelter and stuff like that? What else can you provide that could look for a woman can look for and say, "Oh, he's a viable man because he makes me feel fulfilled. He has a vision. He has purpose. He has a sense of urgency in life, of purpose to doing something." Right? That's what a woman is more attracted to, because any woman can go around and find a rich guy, right? She can make herself look pretty. She can go find herself a rich guy. She can find herself a guy who makes a lot of money. Doesn't even have to be a millionaire. He could just make 10 figures a month, right? She can find that. Or she can make money herself, right? We at the point of the days where women can make money themselves. And they don't really need guys, right? That's why they say, uh, I'm not looking to be in a relationship, a committed relationship, or be married or having kids. Now, we might be like, oh, well, that's your problem. When later on you get older, you're gonna have problems and mental breakdowns because you don't have no family, blah blah blah. And then we get all defensive and stuff because they that feminism and stuff like that. But bro, what other value you're providing, right? What other value are you providing? And again, it's not just about money and that accolade, like that helps. But if you only want to be about that, then you're gonna be miserable regardless, anyways, because you're gonna feel that you can only fulfill your woman just by providing money. And that's amazing when you get there, right? But there's a lot of things you can do. Small things. Look, take care of yourself. Some of you guys don't even wash your face. You don't clean your face good. You don't have good facial cleanser. Your skin be all oily. Simple $10 at Walmart, you get some CeraVe. CeraVe is something I use that helps clean face, right? And it's lightly on the skin, and it gets all the oily and stuff off, right? Um, you see how I'm dressed, right? It's not too crazy, but it's just literally being presentable for yourself. It just when going out into the world, being presentable. Like, sometimes we don't know it's about having ourselves cleaned up to where if people perceive you based on how you look, that's the first thing. Before you even open your mouth, they're gonna judge you based on how you look, how you present yourself. So if you're presented in a way that's not well fashioned, that's not well dressed, people are going to judge you in a way, and they are. I mean, they shouldn't, but they should, because what you do on the outside, even before they get to know you on the inside, it shows you where your mind is at. That you just don't care, right? You don't care about making yourself appropriate to, just simple things like buying a shaver to shave, and or to, sharpen yourself up. So that is so. Another thing, getting knowledge, man. Continue to obtain, go search for knowledge. Um, when a woman talks to you, when you can carry a conversation with her, you can carry a conversation talking about your motivations, your aspirations, where your mind is at, and you see far beyond just lust and stuff, and you see far beyond just dumb stuff. She'd be more interested because you're more wide and broad in conversation of topics, right? This helps not even with a relationship with the person, but relationships with just people outside in general, right? When a person sees that you're able to speak about different topics and conversations, it leads you to different success and opportunities, right? Now, for the ladies, same thing, right? For a guy, we're looking for somebody who can bring the best out of us, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a woman that see our dreams, that see our vision, and who's supportive about it. A woman who believes in a man's vision is way more worth it than a woman who looks like a baddie 10. I'm just saying. I'm serious. A woman that looks like a 4, what society claims looks like a 4, compared to a woman who is a 10. Men are going to the average man, the regular man, the good man, just in general, a real man is going to choose a woman who's supportive, who sees a man's dream, and who brings the best out of him, who believes in him, right? Um, just simple things like that. Also taking care of yourself as well, right? You don't have to have the craziest, no gut showing and stuff. It's just taking care of yourself, working out, being consistent, eating healthy for both sides, right? Because when you do that, you have better skin, and so on. Like it's you have more energy. You're able to perform well in different areas. You know what I'm saying? You that's what you want to do. You want to be someone who provides in a way of bringing the best out of that man. you know and again, some of you might be shy about how to talk to women or how to talk to guys to show that you're interested in them. All you have to do is just talk to them and show them that you're somebody who's open to have a conversation. If you're someone who's open to have a conversation and you show them and that you're not a judgeful person, people not naturally will open up to you, right? I think we forget because we so used to be online that we forget the simplest ways of connecting with another human being. And if you can just keep that in mind, you'll go such a long way of seeing progression that you make with people on a day by day basis, right? So again, what value are you bringing? It doesn't have to be material. Material is just the icing on the cake. It's just a topping. But uh, I've heard stories of people that get in relationships and this man or this woman provide all the material stuff, but then the person's still not satisfied. The other person's still not satisfied in the relationship. Why? Because they don't bring value in other areas. And this is why a lot of relationships get cut off short. Now, again, yes, money is a big driver too, because if you're in a long-term committed relationship and y'all constantly struggling, and the man or the woman, specifically I'm talking about the man here because I can relate more with when I'm giving my experience. If you're not able to also provide and you're just constantly struggling, you're making wrong financial decisions and stuff, yeah, it can impact your relationship to where it can cause a split, right? Because she gets fed up. She's like, yo, look, I this is this, and we have needs, and we have a family that boom, boom. So you have to find a balance, and you also got to really be purposeful with where you're going. Have a sense of direction. Have a goal. Sit down together. Talk about things, right? Again, if you're looking for a person that you're looking to want to have as a soulmate, or you're looking for somebody to be in a relationship with, look in places that you want to find them in, right? And what I mean is, like, you don't want to find a person in a club because that's the energy they're gonna come with. That's the energy they're gonna bring to you at home. Find somebody that's doing well for themselves. They at a gym, but don't disturb people while they're working out. Like, find groups, meetup groups. That's people that's interested in gym. People who's interested in making content. People who's interested in cinematography. That's interested in plays. That's interested in doing certain cool hobbies that you're interested in. Meet up with people like that. Go to group meetups. Go out there and mingle and talk to people. You're not gonna be able to find a person if you just don't put yourself out there. And also, I'm gonna tell you this: how I found my wife is I was just working. I was working, and she was at my job, and she was looking for something, and I was able to provide that value to her. But also, I got her social, and then from there we went from there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the simplest small things. You connect with a person, and eventually you find out you have a lot in common, right? So it's all about just putting yourself out there. You don't have to go and chase a person. You don't have to go and chase a person. Um, when the right person comes along, they will come along. But you gotta make sure you're ready in your journey. Like when I got in my relationship, and and before even getting married and got into a relationship, I was working on myself spiritually. I was working on myself emotionally. I was getting mentored. I was working on being a better man, learning what a man is, how a man is supposed to not just provide for materials, but how he's supposed to provide spiritually, right? And it works vice versa for women too. Again, I'm just saying it because I'm a man, I'm a guy, and I'm just saying it from my experience. So I only know how to really go in depth to really give value in that aspect of being a man. But as far as a woman, there's things that helps parallel, right? Same thing. Work on yourself spiritually. Work on yourself, you as a human being, as a person. How to be a provider in ways of nurturing, right? In ways that men can do the same thing. We can nurture, but not as far as how in depth that a woman can. But we can still be nurturing. We can still support our women in their goals and their visions on what they want to do. We can still support them in other ways and working together and coming together. Another thing, a lot of y'all, you have to understand is you can't be selfish. When you get in a committed relationship, it's not about you all the time no more. It's about us. It's about together, right? But as a man, you also gotta make sure that you never give up your vision. Don't No matter what. That's the only thing I would say about being selfish about. The only thing I would say being selfish about is never giving up on your vision. Because it's what makes you you as a man. You adjust, you listen, you take things from grain of salt, especially when it comes to your significant other, but never give up on your vision and your dream of what makes you you and what's pushing you to thrive, to excel, to want to do in life. Because the minute you give that up, the minute you lose self fulfillment, and the minute you begin to lose yourself, and you don't want that. You don't want that. It's not good for you. It's not good for the person you get in a relationship with, because uh, it's just not. You know what I'm saying? You want, as a man, you want to continue to thrive in that area because that's what makes you as a man, right? Um, but also just have balance. Have good balance. Be mindful of that significant other. Make time for them too, right? We can make time. Make time. So these are some of these things that I've learned in my life in having a successful relationship, being in a relationship for like 7 years, right? And just doing these things allows me to be who I am and to express and grow in my relationship with me and my wife. And we've been successful just that in going crazy levels when it comes to our professions, to our life here and everything. So if you guys enjoy, man, give it a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you want more advice, just let me know in the comment section about some topics and stuff, and I get some ideas and I can talk about it. Anyways, see you on the next one. Peace.